better tomorrow.
The Hyack Festival Association puts on many fun family-oriented community events throughout the year. Be sure to come out for Fraser Fest, July 16th, 17th, and 18th along the boardwalk at Westminster Quay for entertainment, plenty of activities for the kids, food, fireworks, and fun. Food and beverages for the production crew provided by The Pantry, located at 425 6th Street in New Westminster. Real food, real value, real taste from The Pantry.
Stayed away, and the crowds are out, and so are all the sirens. From New Westminster, it's the 2004 Hyack Festival Parade.
Everyone loves a parade.
Welcome to the 2004 Hyack Festival Parade. I'm Amy Catriona on street level for the parade this year. Right on. We've got lots of sounds and things to show you this afternoon. We've got lots of crowds out as well. This is one of BC's biggest parades. Also with us today is your hosts, Belle Puri and Victor Wilfred.
Glad to be with you, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2004 Hyack Annual Parade. And this year promised to be a very exciting one. Roughly 140 different groups participating, and Belle, you actually live in New Westminster, so...
I do, and the Hyack Parade is a great event for New Westminster, for actually the entire Lower Mainland and maybe parts of British Columbia, because there aren't very many parades of this size around, and you know it's a success when you see how many people are out, even on a bit of a gloomy day.
And it looks like you're going to recognize quite a number of float participants, because you've done this a number of years, I understand?
I've done it many times. When it used to be called the May Day Parade, I think I was actually in it, but look at all the things that are happening here. We're going to hear a lot more of these sights and sounds as soon as the parade gets started, quite soon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us, and we'll be back very soon.
The Hyack Festival Association puts on many fun family-oriented community events throughout the year. Be sure to come out for Fraser Fest, July 16th, 17th, and 18th along the boardwalk at Westminster Quay for entertainment, plenty of activities for the kids, food, fireworks, and fun. Food and beverages for the production crew provided by The Pantry, located at 425 6th Street in New Westminster. Real food, real value, real taste from The Pantry.
Well, there we have it, Belle. Start of the parade. Promised to be a very interesting 2004 Hyack Festival Parade.
How do you like that for timing? The sunshine has come out just as the first entrants are coming down the street.
Were you the one that ordered the nice weather?
Absolutely, I did. It was no problem. Now, the parade is sponsored by RBC Royal Bank, and you can't have a parade without Leo, who we just saw going by there. Children love mascots like that.
Well, the RBC certainly did their job. Thousands of Royal Bank balloons out here today for the kids.
We also have the RBC Royal Bank Olympians who are keeping Leo company. And lots of talk about the Olympics right now, of course. So seeing people who have participated in the past is great. You can hear all the children calling out to Leo.
I have to say, I'm kind of a car guy. Some of those nice English cars look like something I could get used to.
Hello, Leo. See, it was just a ruse on my part to say that children really like mascots.
So you're a kid at heart. Is that what I'm feeling here?
You all have to be to come to a parade.
I think you're right.
And people we count on a lot, New Westminster Fire Department. The Olympians who are in the parade, we have Daniel Wesley. He's a Paralympic alpine skier and a wheelchair racer, 12-time Paralympic medalist. My goodness.
That's pretty impressive. And then Mark Johnson, freestyle swimmer, 4-time Canadian champion. Not bad at all.
See, of course, lots to talk about 2010 and what's coming up and the Olympics that we have yet to prepare for.
Exciting time for British Columbia, no question.
Now, that Spirit of 2010 U.S. Minster Committee, of course, is the official community committee. It was appointed by the Premier.
All the young guys and gals probably appreciating the fire truck right now. I always liked fire trucks when I was a kid. I don't know what that was.
I think most children do, especially little boys.
They're big, they're loud. There we go, look at that.
That looks like the little princess wave, though.
Yeah.
It's like he's
practicing. Future float participant.
Yes. Practicing his parade wave.
Bill, you live in New Westminster. It seems like this community is a well-kept secret. There's sort of a small-town atmosphere here that you don't seem to get in some other communities that are of comparable size.
It is developing over the years. Lots of new people have come to New Westminster. You see the development on the waterfront in various communities all through New Westminster. We don't want to be a secret, but I think maybe some people don't know about all the great things that go on in New Westminster. And Hyack Festival is absolutely one of the best events that goes on, I think, on the Lower Mainland. You know, it stretches over a 10-day period, all sorts of events down on the waterfront, in Queen's Park. There's no shortage of things to do, and of course, the center of all of that is May Day.
And there we have it, Lynn Collier, one of your counterparts, fellow media person.
Let's hope it doesn't rain.
Well, you ordered good weather and you have connections, so we don't have to worry about that sort of thing.
Well, I'm guessing Lynn probably does too, so she'll make sure she stays dry. Now, have you participated in Hyack events?
I had the opportunity to help host last year's event, but unfortunately I haven't been in any of the floats or helped to volunteer.
Were you at May Day?
No, I wasn't. I guess I don't get out much, you know, living in the Fraser Valley. I guess I have to travel a bit more.
Let's welcome the color party from the Royal Canadian Legion. They always look so smart.
Here, Bill, that the Lower Mainland Color Party of the Royal Canadian Legion has been in existence for more than 40 years, so a lot of proud history there. Finely dressed men and women here today. The Royal Westminster Regiment Band.
All of the various elements of the military.
Royal Canadian Air Cadets, I guess it is. And over to Amy, who's on the street to talk to
fans this morning, and Pirates, right?
Pirates from the good ship Royal City Centre. We've been around a long time as part of New Westminster.
How many years have you been in the Festival Parade?
About 350 years, I think. I can't remember how old I am. It's been so long.
We're 305 this morning. Now you're 350. Will you get it straight what you are?
You gotta let me out of the dungeon more often.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do. Tired of walking the plank.
There you go. Are you guys
Would like to
gonna?
walk the plank?
I'm walking the plank.
Yeah.
Can you dance?
Can you dance?
I can dance. Can you
Can you
dance?
sing?
Oh yeah.
Prove it.
Now?
Right now.
You wanna do a little shuffle?
To be part of.
You ready to go?
Okay, that's the dancing. Now let's hear the singing.
Oh my goodness. What am I singing? What am
Right
I?
on TV.
A good pirate song.
The pirate song. Sing us a pirate song. I'll sing with
I
you.
am the judge, not the...
Will you sing with me? Nobody really wants to hear me sing, I swear. You go, oh, they're giving out little coins. These all good.
Gold and jewels is what we have at Royal City Centre for all.
Nice work. Thanks very much, you guys, for hanging out.
Welcome. The ship leaves at 8. Be there.
There we go. Take it away, you guys.
And luckily, she didn't have to walk the plank. We should mention all these groups that are going by because we don't want to miss anyone. Right now, I think we've made it over to the naval section. We've had the Lower Mainland Sea Cadets and the Navy League Cadets. Before that, we had the Royal Westminster Regiment, the Royal Canadian Air Cadets, all groups that just shouldn't be missed out.
Absolutely. They're moving so smartly by, it's hard to keep track.
And several bands, which is great. This is from RCSCC Fraser, and that's Sea Cadets.
Royal Canadian Sea Cadets.
Navy League Cadets, little people. Sometimes you get really young ones. Not today, I don't think.
And over to Amy on the street.
We got lots of sports fans this morning. Where are you guys from?
News leader serving Burnaby, New Westminster, your hometown community newspaper.
How long have you been in the parade?
This is actually our first entry this year in our parade, and this is Prescott.
Very nice. How are you? Very sporty this morning. We got all sorts of people here. Thanks for coming out, you guys. All right, back to you guys.
Well, Belle, I think Amy's having so much fun, even if it would rain, it wouldn't dampen her spirits.
I don't think a parade dampens anyone's spirits. They're so much fun, and everyone's very proud of all the people who are participating.
There's an interesting looking contraption there.
The Lower Mainland Sea Cadets. See how young you can be to enjoy a parade? Hello.
Actually, I can recall going to parades when I was that young. Only in little bits, though. Can't remember the whole thing.
The
The Navy
78th
dive team.
Fraser Highlanders. And this is the Fort Fraser Garrison.
Quite a history to that group. They originally group disbanded in 1763, but reconstituted in 1965 as a historical regiment and charitable society.
Now the Fort Fraser Garrison is in Vancouver. It's an outpost of the regiment that's actually based in Montreal. They have, you know, you can't do things like this without spending money, so they have costs of over $3,000 to equip their organization. They're each squad member. They're all volunteers, but their muskets. See, look how he's just carrying that. Do you know how much that weighs?
He's very serious. He's a very serious person.
They're 72 caliber weight. That's 16. They weigh 16 pounds. And you better be careful because they're fully functional.
And that last guy looked like he meant business.
Well, probably if, you know, he wasn't in a good mood. I don't know. But they certainly look very sharp. They have 12 people in their marching unit. And we have the Vancouver Police Pipe Band coming up just behind, so let's listen. What was he trying to do, you think?
I don't know. One can only guess.
Those cameramen, huh?
I think Andrew, our cameraman, has a mischievous streak in him.
And we need to tell him that that musket functions.
And over to Amy on the street.
Another person I found on the parade route this morning is the Mayor of New Westminster, Wainwright. How are you, sir?
Terrific. Absolutely terrific.
What's the best part for you about parades?
The best part is seeing all of our people out here today enjoying the biggest parade in British Columbia.
And the rain stayed away? You're looking very fine?
Rain stays away for us every year, and it's the place to be in New Westminster.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Welcome.
Thanks, Amy.
That is Mayor Wainwright of New Westminster.
And a special notation, the New Westminster City probably did not buy on the Mercedes, so there's just so he doesn't get in hot water. Yeah, Mayor Wright's always on fire for the community, no question. And I guess the people of New Westminster thought he was the right man for the job.
Oh, there you go.
I bet you he's
you just
never
wanted to say that,
Oh
didn't
yeah,
you?
I was thinking about that for a while.
Another person who works for New Westminster, the Member of Parliament, Paul Forsyth. I'm sure is a busy time for Paul and other politicians right now.
It's going to be a nail-biter for MPs and also MP hopefuls. It's going to be a close race in many ridings, I'm sure.
Yes, lots of very tight ridings.
But good encouragement for people to get out and vote and exercise their democratic right.
On the provincial level, we have Joyce Murray, our Member of Parliament, and a minister in the provincial government. You just see the crowds behind all the vehicles here. It's pretty deep. Well, we've got probably 4, 5, 6 deep.
Yeah, amazing. I don't know how many people are out, but many thousands today for sure.
And it's like this along the entire parade route, which is a great thing. Up behind we have city councillors, and that is Lori Williams. She's a councillor in the city of New Westminster.
have a City Works open house today as well. City Works Yard. So, Belle, I guess you know all these people on a first-name basis, your council members.
I see them around quite a bit. Bob Osterman and Calvin Donnelly. It's one thing about New Westminster, people are very good about coming out and volunteering and offering their services to various community events. And when something is happening in town, there's no shortage of having people come out and help.
Councillor Chuck, is it Pochmeyer?
He just went by, and here we have Casey Cook and Jerry Dobnovani. And aspiring councillors.
Yeah, start early, you know, avoid the rush later.
Now, Alana McIntyre is the president of the Hyack Festival Association this year. A very busy year for whomever is president any given year. You're just on the go all the time. And the year doesn't end with just the events of Hyack Festival and today, the parade, and this weekend. They will travel and represent New Westminster throughout the summer at various parades and festivals just like this.
It's hard to imagine how much work goes into a parade like this. Just putting it together, getting everyone organized so that it flows smoothly.
A lot of organization. And the Hyack Festival's float. Isn't that just lovely? And that has the Goodwill ambassadors representing New Westminster this year. The people in the red plaid jackets are past presidents of Hyack Festival Association, people who have worked to keep this festival going for decades.
And we're just going to take a head to Amy.
Thank you very much. I found another friend this morning, and she is a friendly person, Miss Friendship. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing very well. Is it very hard to stand on that?
No, I'm actually wearing runners.
Ever the trendy girl. She's got it going on. Thanks very much. Enjoy your day.
Thanks, Amy. New Westminster Royal City float. Look at that.
And when you look at all these, plaid jackets, look at all the people who have worked hard over the years. Now, the Miss New Westminster ambassadors were selected just in April. There was a fabulous event actually here at Royal City Centre.
So they're fairly new to the scene, to the whole...
They are, and all of these young women will travel through Washington and I think to Oregon as well. Washington State for sure, and they'll be representing New Westminster with this float in parades like this.
Sounds like a neat opportunity for the young ladies.
It's I've been involved in it in previous years, and it's a wonderful way to teach young women, young people, how to be ambassadors. And you see an amazing change. They start the program in the fall, and by the time it's spring and time to actually go out and represent the city, it's incredible how much they've learned and how well they do. Now, they'll all be able to take turns visiting these different festivals. As you can see, I think there are about 12 of them this year.
Good number of them, yeah.
There are about 12 of them this year.
All in nice Mustangs donated by Key West for the function. Well, they have the wave down, I have to say that.
The Princess Wave.
Person's arms would have to get tired after a whole parade route doing that,
I think, today it is a little nippy, you have to admit. So perhaps all that movement's keeping them warm.
Yeah.
But they seem to be enjoying it. Look at those smiles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, the younger royal suite in New Westminster, of course, is the May Queen suite for 2004. Young women and young men, the Royal Knights, and they are selected from each of the elementary schools in the city. So there is a little girl and a little boy from each of the schools, and their big day, of course, was May Day. May Day is an excellent event. Did you know that it's the oldest event of its kind in the Commonwealth?
That I did not know. Learning new things already today.
This year's May Queen is the 134th May Queen, and she is Carly Darby, and her Royal Knight is Sam McDougall. They were in the trolley bus that went by. We have last year's May Queen suite as well in the cars.
Retiring, and it says retiring 2003 May Queen suite. Must be nice to be retired at such a young age.
At 10 and 11 years of age.
Yeah.
They've put in a hard-working year representing their schools. New Westminster Chamber of Commerce. That was the winner of the Bernie Legg Award, Isabel Mendenhall.
And over to Amy on the street.
Yeah. You know, I think I'm making all sorts of friends this morning. I had a beautiful lady walk by, and now I have a gorgeous dog and his owner. How are you this morning?
I'm just fine, thanks, Amy. And you?
We are doing very well. What are you up to at the parade?
Well, I'm the introduction to the flow to the car for the New Westminster School District, School District 40, and one of their programs called Smart Reading.
Very good, very good. Have you taught the dog to read?
He's a pretty good reader, and he sure likes kids today.
And there's certainly a lot of those too, isn't there?
You betcha, Amy.
We got, well, thank you very much for stopping by.
You're welcome.
Bye, Monty. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
So I can't resist. I have to comment. Amy didn't. Did you see the hat that man was wearing? CBC Canada Now. A show very close to my heart.
Absolutely, absolutely. A man of obvious class and distinction, it would appear.
A man with great taste. The Fraternal Order of Eagles. Always coming out to support Hyack and participate in the parade. Have their walkers and their flag bearers. They've been in operation in New Westminster for 105 years. Nobody does things in New Westminster just for a couple of years, you know.
They have stick-to-itiveness.
Every year you do it, you're in for a century.
Yeah. So when you volunteer, you better watch your mouth. You better make sure you're in it for the long haul.
But they do a lot of charitable work in the community, and that's appreciated by many people.
I guess it's good. Good opportunity to remind people that are new to the area, new to New Westminster and the surrounding communities. Lots of volunteer opportunities available at countless community groups, always doing something new and interesting.
Absolutely. Now I think these might be our first out-of-town visitors. Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, and they've come to visit and participate in the parade from Wenatchee.
And we have, I think, a couple dozen groups from Washington State here today. So
they always send up fabulous bands.
They do.
I love listening. The theme of the 85th Washington State Apple Blossom Festival is Apples and More in 2004. And it's actually already over. They held it in April. So that was in Wenatchee last month. And they have with them Queen Ashley Armstrong.
And over to a quick break.
Family-oriented community events throughout the year. Be sure to come out for Fraser Fest, July 16th, 17th, and 18th along the boardwalk at Westminster Quay for entertainment, plenty of activities for the kids, food, fireworks, and fun. Food and beverages for the production crew provided by the pantry. located at 425 6th Street in New Westminster. Real food, real value, real taste from the pantry.
Well, here we are again, the Lionbackers fan club, the official fan club of the BC Lions football team. Lionbackers, I like that. That's kind of funny.
Has football season started? It's a girl question.
It's a girl question. You know, I'm not even a huge football fan, but, you know, over to Amy.
Here you go. We have a very special cheer for us today. Are you ready, ladies?
Yeah.
Go, Lions, go!
You can't get much better than that. BC, BC. Right on. Have a good day, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Well, hopefully that'll help the Lions have a good season this year.
Yeah, I think I'm becoming a football fan for some reason. Don't know why that is. No reason in particular.
Of course, those cheerleaders, the BC Lions, they travel with the Lions, so they're cheering at home and at away games. Oh, the Grey Cup is here next year. Not this year, next year.
And they're definitely an on-the-ball group of people, I guess. Silly football joke. Practice makes perfect. I'll have to keep at it.
Coming up behind them, the Freemasons of District 2.
And I guess that whole Freemasons label has quite a number of groups under it. Job's Daughters, Eastern Star Masons, Shriners, and some other groups that make up the Masonic family.
Man, you're in New Westminster in a parade. Where are you today?
I always wonder what the history of those fancy little, what do you call those? What are those? A technical term for those. Interesting.
I can't help you. You see how everyone has a friend in the crowd. They're all just waving and people are shouting out names. Now we have some more princesses coming here, but I'm not sure yet. Perhaps when they get a little closer, we'll be able to. They're lovely lilac and white balloons. Oh, they're with the Masonic outfits from Job's Daughters. We are, of course, broadcasting from almost the corner of 6th and 6th in New Westminster, town New Westminster, and the parade is sponsored by RBC Royal Bank. We're in the heart of New Westminster, and from White Rock we have youth ambassadors visiting.
A beautiful community, White Rock is, I have to say.
This must be the Canadian Club. What was the first hint?
It's a dead giveaway.
The Canadian Club of New Westminster and Fraser Valley. It's nice to have them participating. I don't recall if Canadian Club's actually been in before. And then if we get another look, we can say hi to President Nora Tubman and Vice President Mavis Pickett. But these are the people from Cap's Bicycle Shop in Sapperton. I know you're probably getting really tired of me saying this, but when you say history, you just absolutely have to say Cap Cycle.
That's true. Over to Amy. She's met some new interesting people.
I certainly have. In addition to all the people participating in the parade, lots of people out watching the parade. You guys having a good time?
Yeah.
I understand your mom's in the parade?
Yeah.
What is she doing?
She's singing.
Have you seen her yet?
Nope.
Okay, which float or which thing should we watch for?
Cloud 9.
Cloud 9. Okay, so we have a very special fan with a very special mom in the parade too, and a whole bunch of other new friends that I've just made.
I think Amy's having way too much fun here. That should be illegal, that much fun.
Oh, look at that. I'd like to try riding that.
That would make an interesting commuter vehicle.
Vancouver Area Cycling Coalition And they are based in New Westminster.
Yeah, and I guess very active politically, getting various bike-friendly initiatives off the ground.
Now, I think these people are still with some of our friends from CAPS.
I think so.
These bikes look like way too much fun and not very serious.
And I guess the CAPS Bicycles has been active in these parades for over 50 years, so a lot of history there as well.
And they have they started last year a bike festival, so it's an annual one. The second one will be held this year. So that's something to look forward to in the next few weeks.
And over to Amy on the street.
I have another special friend. I'm meeting all sorts of people this morning. Fulton, how are you?
I'm doing really well.
Of course, parades are all about sights, sounds, and decorating your bike. Tell me what you've done.
Well, I put together some copper piping and put some whirly-gigs on my bike, some flowers and some bugs. And I'm here to represent the Vancouver Area Cycling Coalition. What we want to do is get everyone on their bikes. We want to improve infrastructure in the Lower Mainland for cyclists. We're working on different projects, including trying to get the Queensboro Bridge improved for cyclists as well as pedestrians.
Excellent. Well, you can't miss it. Your bike looks great. Well done. Go.
Thanks, Amy. And I guess we have the Record's mascot, appropriately named Reed. Record, New Westminster's hometown newspaper, I guess, published twice a week. And it says it's been providing award-winning local news, sports, arts, and culture to the New Westminster community for over 20 years.
Miss Canada, Teen Global. All sorts of events for young women to compete in and learn to be ambassadors.
They all seem very happy to be part of this.
Now, this is the beginning of the Washington State Autumn Leaf Festival, and I hear a band coming, so I'm not going to compete. That, of course, is the Mount Spokane High School Wildcat Marching Band. Makes you want to just get up and march.
Absolutely.
Yes?
Absolutely.
No? Yeah.
I'm mic'd up. That might be a problem. But we 110 music students as part of that.
Wow.
They look so coordinated they could be part of a military group.
And from Spokane, we whip right over to Portland and the Royal Rosarians of Portland.
They are the Portland's official greeters and ambassadors for Goodwill, the city of Portland.
The city of Portland has an amazing festival, their Rose Festival, of course. but the planting of roses and rose bushes is so ceremonial. People go, the president of Hyack always gets to go down and be knighted by the Rosarians, and it's a lovely event.
And over to Amy on the street.
Drinks, they're like, go Paisley!
We're getting to ride on this lovely antique fire truck. Is this your first parade?
Nope, our second time here.
No, third. Oh, okay, second, third, it's all good fun, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys. Go back to you.
Thanks, Amy.
Now that's a fun fire truck. See, you were commenting on the more modern ones that started the parade, but this is great.
I think she was tempted to stay on that truck for a while.
She might just,
almost lost her.
Now, they're the people from Rivers Reach Pub, which is not far from where we are. It's just down a couple of blocks on 6th Street here. And Peony Playland. Urban Academy Society, it's a private school. I think that's the principal we're smiling at right there.
And New Westminster's first independent school.
This is its third Hyack Festival, so they're veterans. And they're heading into a 4th school year with children kindergarten to grade 5.
They can be heard singing both French and English. My
And then
goodness.
New Westminster District Scouts. They are Scouts and Cubs from New Westminster. Some of them are from other communities in Greater Vancouver and the Fraser Valley.
And over to Amy on the street again.
Boy Scouts are probably a very big tradition in every parade, and I found some. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
You're big to be a Boy Scout, all right.
Yeah, I'm a Cub leader.
Are you? And
Yes.
your name?
Tom Beatty.
Huh? How long have you been involved with the parade?
With the parade, this is our second year.
Having a good day?
Having a great day, yes.
It's all good. Rain held up. We've got lots of fun Boy Scouts.
I think so.
What more do you need?
Exactly.
Good, thanks for
Good,
coming out.
thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye now.
Scouts these days, of course, is not just for boys. I'm seeing girls and boys going by, so they're scouts.
That didn't used to be the case.
No.
It,
But it changed, and what is a parade without clowns? Of course, can't have a parade without clowns, so welcome the Seafair Clowns, Seattle Seafair Clowns. Now, I'm guessing that we should probably be quite alert, because these clowns are always full of surprises.
they
And it,
might do something silly.
imagine that. I wonder if you look into that camera what happens. And it's their 50th anniversary, so they've been around for quite a while, and they're ambassadors for Seattle year-round, but their big time, of course, is the Seattle Seafair, which is their huge summer celebration.
And over to Amy, who's clowning around, I guess.
Okay, I'm still clowning around a little bit. We've got a big clown and a couple of little clowns. How are you guys?
Good.
Is this your first time in the parade?
No.
Okay, tell me, what's the best part for you?
At the end, getting all the extra candy.
Ah! Honest, right from the mouth of a kid. What do you know, hey? Thanks very much.
you.
Enjoy your day.
Okay. Let's go, guys. Bill, have you ever wondered what these people do in their day-to-day jobs? This guy could be your neighbor.
You could, yes, who knows? Your neighbor, your doctor, your dentist.
Maybe the police officer that pulled you over for speeding a couple of months ago, you know, that sort of thing.
Broco Auto Glass from the Fraser Valley, and they have a miss. Corporate support of events like this is so important. Festivals like Hyack Festival, the parade, none of it would happen if people didn't sponsor it, because it's all about money.
Absolutely.
The war amps reminding us to play safe, just be safe generally, drive safe. quite elaborate, isn't it? And this is just an example of how the War Amps key tags are at work. They're at work here in the parade today, and they're part of the War Amps National Safety Campaign. They don't get any government grants, so the key tag program is big. The Anacortes High School Hyack Band.
They look sharp.
They've been making music in Anacortes since 1917, and I'm guessing they're going to make some music here any second. As far as we know, this is the first time they've come to the Hyack Parade, so welcome.
Hopefully the first time of many.
Royal City Rotary Victim Assistance Program.
They work with the New Westminster Police to help the emergency transport of victims of domestic violence and emergencies. And,
of course, is closely connected with Royal City Rotary. The Daffodil Festival takes us south of the border again, this time to Tacoma.
We're going to come over this way a little bit so we don't get run over by the best float in this year's parade. The best float, old-time rock and roll. Tell me about your float.
There's about 100,000 man-hours put together in the float. The main people to put the float together are the guys with the guitars on their shirt. We have 20 princesses total.
It looks and it smells wonderful.
Really, they do a good job.
Well done, you guys.
We have 47 members that put the whole thing together, the whole parade.
You should be very proud. It's wonderful.
We are.
Thanks very much.
well, Bill, the way they're jumping and clapping, I think they're going to be tired by the end of the parade.
There's nothing like rock and roll. Look at the flowers on that.
Wow, 100,000 man-hours,
That's funny. Amy says it smells really good. I've never heard about a float smelling.
Yeah. Hey, look at this, the salmon bellies. New Westminster lacrosse team.
Now, these are members of the minor associations and from the senior association. So we've got all sorts of ages from midgets to WLA. And on the tyke and the female box and the peewee, everything in between.
Well, if they display that much energy on the field as they do here today, I think they'll be winning quite a few games.
But clearly, there's lacrosse for every age in New Westminster. So they'll be celebrating Salmon Bellies Day on July 15th. And it's a good idea to get out there and cheer on the senior Salmon Bellies every Thursday night. And did I just... The Royal City Center. Very important here at the corner of 6th and 6th where we are.
And we're going to go for a very quick break. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Hyack Festival Association puts on many fun family-oriented community events throughout the year. Be sure to come out for Fraser Fest, July 16th, 17th, and 18th along the boardwalk at Westminster Quay for entertainment, plenty of activities for the kids, food, fireworks, and fun. Food and beverages for the production crew provided by The Pantry, located at 425 6th Street in New Westminster. Real food, real value, real taste from The Pantry.
Welcome back to the 2004 Hyack International Parade. We're watching on Shaw, and we are broadcasting from 6th and 6th and welcoming the White Spot Pipe Band. Now, this band was formed about, well, 48 years ago, actually, and it's for youth ages 8 to 18. So they have a big anniversary coming up in a couple of years. They perform at parades and community events all over the Lower Mainland. They're going to perform for us right now.
Over to Amy on the street.
Without our fine boys in blue, no parade would be possible. Thanks very much for coming out today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
What's your favorite part so far?
Favorite part so far? Probably seeing our chief march. It's good to see him marching. We can stand around and he can march and do some work today. That was nice to see.
He's putting in the miles today.
Exactly.
Crowds are good today?
Yeah, it's actually a lot of people. I think the rain, we were thinking that there wouldn't be as many people, but looks like actually there's a lot more than I thought there'd be.
Excellent. Well, job well done. Thank you very much for coming out today.
Fun time.
Back to you guys.
Thanks.
Just in front of the camera right now, the Western Society for Children with Birth Disorders. Interesting group of men and women. Non-profit charity located right in New Westminster. Started in 1993.
And here we have the Downtown New Westminster Business Improvement Association. There have been a lot of changes in downtown New Westminster along Columbia Street. Things have changed and keep changing. Classic cars that are passing us by. Do you like these ones too?
They are nice. A lot of person hours of work put into those for sure.
Now the Royal City has a huge event in July. It's called the Show and Shine. It is amazing how many people come out. It's just, you know, if you go to one of the high spots in U.S., one of the many, many hills, and look down, it's just a sea of people and cars, really cool cars.
Never been there.
Look at this. This looks like somewhere I want to go. Looks like Hawaii, but you know what? I think it's Olympia. Looks like, feels like. And they got a President's Award, so they have a lovely float, and they absolutely deserve to get an award.
I was in Olympia before, and I did not see palm trees and hula girls. Guess I missed out.
You weren't looking in the right place. This is the theme of the 2004 Capital Lake Fair, and it's, of course, Lake Fair Luau. Doesn't it just, you know, put you there in some Hawaiian beach? Can you feel it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Still need the temperature turned up a little bit. But.
The New Westminster Chinese Society. Now, I'm not sure we've seen them in Hyack before, so it's great. Look at those outfits and the colors, and the traditional style dress.
And they, I guess they were established in 2002, and they help people learn English. They're involved in real estate investment, environmental protection. They have weekly soccer matches. Quite a diverse group, it looks like.
Oh, it's nice to have them here, and it's nice to have the Chilliwack Middle Marching Chargers. They are 141 students, 15 in the color guard, and I just know they're going to play, so I'll just stop talking.
I'm not easily impressed, but they got my attention. They are a very impressive group indeed.
They're very sharp, and you know, a lot of work goes into getting them to events like this and together. $50,000 was raised by their parent committee, just over 6 months. That's a lot of fundraising.
Right on.
Anyone who's done any fundraising knows how difficult that is. Now we have the New Westminster Lions Club, and they've been around since 1946. They raise money for all sorts of different projects, over $1 million, in fact.
Yeah, definitely an excellent group of men and women.
Back to the other side of the border, to Marysville and the Strawberry Festival. Strawberry season is probably days away if it's not already here.
Oh, look at this, and they have the Happy Days theme. Where is the Fonz, is my question.
Well, see, now we had rock and roll just a little while ago, and now we've got the 50s. There seems to be something kind of happening here, some sort of theme in itself.
And over to Amy.
Oh, we've got so many beautiful floats in this year's parade, and I just think the little gentleman from the Mayor's Award Parade. Look at this. You thought those ladies were stylish. Check this guy out. Wow. Now, is that straight from your costume or from your closet?
Suavecitos, internet.
Very nice. How are you enjoying the parade?
I love this parade. This is the 4th year up here doing it in a different colored street.
Thank you.
And it's just a lot of fun to see the community come together and celebrate on a nice day like today.
Good spirits and good fashion sense.
So thank you so much.
Enjoy your day.
Look at that. Vancouver Firefighters Band.
Just ahead of them, we see the tail end of the St. John's Ambulance Brigade.
They're a neat group. The Burnaby Division has 82 young citizens between 6 and 20 years of age.
The firefighters are going to play for us, I think. Just mentioned that the Vancouver Firefighters Band is the only fire department band of its kind in North America. Here we have the Vagabond Players who do their thing in Queen's Park in a lovely little theater hid behind the trees and the bushes.
And over to Amy on the street.
We found one of the Vagabond Players, certainly a tradition in New Westminster. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
What's your name?
Barbara.
Barbara, what are you dressed as today?
Well, this is a medieval costume that was made for a show we did a few years back at Vagabonds. It was called The Ladies Not for Burning. And there was our seamstress costume mistress made about 10 or 15 of these authentic medieval costumes. So they're quite lovely and very warm. I'm very glad they're very warm.
Exactly. And you're here with a whole bunch of other players today?
Correct, yeah.
Thank you very much for stopping by.
Great.
Enjoy your day.
Thanks.
Thanks, Amy.
The Developmental Disabilities Association, offering help to all sorts of people in need.
Started in 1952 by 12 parents and children, and going strong, enabling people with developmental disabilities to achieve their full potential.
This person needs no introduction. Do you think there's a person who wouldn't recognize this character?
Well, I tell you, they'd have to get out a little more if they didn't know him. He looks like he's having a McHappy day.
And you can see look at all the clouds up there in the sky, but we're okay with clouds as long as they don't start to spit on us.
Well, you have your connections. I'm not worried at all.
The New Westminster Youth Advisory Committee is a group that provides City Council with a youth-oriented perspective on issues such as community safety, health, recreation, and employment. That's a good thing to know that, you know, someone's telling our politicians what they should be doing.
It's going to be on TV when...
New Westminster Secondary School Marching Band. Can you guess which school I graduated from?
How about New Westminster? Was it a good time of your life, or was it something you'd rather forget?
High school was fine, yes,
right on,
of course.
Right
now, their uniforms have changed since I marched in this parade with them.
They're moving along at a nice clip, too.
They've just been doing some traveling. I understand they were in San Francisco not long ago, so that sounds like a lot of fun. And also from New Westminster Secondary School, the Hyack cheerleaders and football team coming up there behind them. Now, football has just returned back to NWSS after 26 years. So that's good. I'm sure lots of these team members are glad that they have a football team to try out for.
Sounds good. And the first senior varsity game, home game, will be held under the lights at Mercer Stadium on September the 10th. And there'll be a dinner auction fundraiser on September the 11th.
So make sure you come out and cheer for NWSS Hyack football. Gonna show us some of their moves.
No! That hunt!
Touchdown. Well, who knows? Maybe if we're here years from now, those same people will come back and they'll be with the BC Lions group that went by earlier.
Yeah, I guess that's where it all starts, good talent at the high school level.
New Westminster B, promoting tourism.
I guess he's happy to be here.
Oh, you are just too much.
I know, it's sick. I have a sick and twisted mind.
From Vancouver Island, Couch and Lake Community Float. Their theme is the Great Lake Walk. And what that walk is actually 65 kilometers around the lake on the third Saturday of September in Lake Couch. And of course, here we have the Coast Guard, Canadian Coast Guard Auxiliary. Oh, and we're back to Tacoma. We've been to Tacoma once today, haven't we? The Washington High School Marching Band from Tacoma.
Pretty ostentatious name, the Washington High School Band. Makes it sound like there's only one real high school in Washington.
Now they've been to our parade before, so it's good to see them back.
They have a mischievous streak in them, though, I hear. This whole group. They covered a K5 commentator with all sorts of those that 40 cans of silly do that?
Who would do that to commentators? Imagine. Uh-oh.
93.7 Fun Finder unit. I think they're having fun. I think they're having fun, judging by the wave in the vehicle. Are you a country music fan, Bill?
I like country music, yeah. But you know, it's changed a lot over the last few years. You know, I mean, a lot of people are, when you think country music, they say Shania Twain. And it's a different kind of music than from the Johnny Cash days.
Yeah, it's true. Quite a diverse musical selection on JRFM.
Probably a lot of country music happens at this Calgary Stampede.
And over to Amy on the street.
Lots of people come out for the parade, and of course, people travel very far. Hal's from Calgary with the Stampede.
Indeed. We came up here last night and got set up with the float.
Are you just trying to get people to go to Calgary, or are you just coming to celebrate Hyack with us?
Well, wanted to celebrate Hyack Parade and Festival with you, but also get people to come and experience our great Stampede. 10 days of just incredible fun. So we thought we'd see who we could get to come and join us. Besides, get some more Flames fans.
So yeah, what about those Flames? Any predictions?
Oh, they're going to win.
You figure?
They're going to win. Unfortunately, they had to beat somebody. It was Vancouver at one point in time, but they're going to win.
Yeah, don't remind us about that.
Bad things.
Thanks very much for coming all the way from Calgary, Hal. Bye.
Calgary Stampede is always a fun event.
A lot of horsing around to be had, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah. Well, horsing around like in a fun sense. Not
Got it.
You know, yeah.
Have you been to the Stampede?
I have not been. I should make a point of it, actually.
Well, this certainly, it makes it quite inviting. And a lot of this happens there, too. Country dancing. These are Silver Diamond country dancers. Okay. See, that's country?
That's different. Swing dancing in a country outfit. That's kind of neat.
Of course, they love to dance. They've been performing together for years. That really looks like fun.
It does, absolutely.
Uh-oh, Viking alert. Now, the Viking ship is from the Scandinavian Center in Burnaby.
And over to Amy on the street.
Scandinavia, Vancouver.
Okay, so Scandinavia and Vancouver. You guys look great today. Are you hot enough?
No, it's very cool.
No, but you look like you're having a lot of fun.
Oh, great time.
Not real swords, I don't think. Oh my gosh.
We keep that hidden.
These are some of your friends, right?
Yeah, this is my best one.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And it's always good to have friends like that, especially with long swords. Having a lot of fun though?
Yeah, it's great. I love being here with the students and that.
Thanks very much for stopping by.
Now, they have a very busy weekend. They have events today and tomorrow. They have a European festival today and a tribute to ABBA tomorrow. That ABBA tribute is going to be an outdoor concert, and I guess it's at the Scandinavian Center.
Should be a lot of fun.
Wow.
And I guess on June 19th and 20th, there'll be a midsummer festival, Scandinavian entertainment, and food for the whole family. So a busy summer indeed for them.
And the Maple Ridge Secondary School Marching Band. Looks
like they're ready to go. Another bad joke.
I'm not even going to encourage you.
Sorry. Had to be done.
Not to be tapping your toes, snapping your fingers, just moving with the beat.
Absolutely. I think you're a dancer. With media, you missed your calling. You could have been a world-class dancer.
Coquitlam, one of our close neighbors to New Westminster. So you don't have to go very far to visit Coquitlam. And they've won an award. That's great. The Ambassador Award for their float that has a theme of live the house, work hard, driving to work, and play bears, all sorts of things. Softball bringing up the rear there, New Westminster Minor Softball Association. Now we have there, they start as young as 5 and all ages up to 14.
And Amy, how are you doing on the street?
I'm doing very well. Thousands of people out for today's parade, and Sid, just one of them. Tell me about your hat.
Well, I've been collecting pins since Expo '86, and I've got all kinds of them, and these are always given to me. The one in the center is rather unique because it has the New Westminster crest on it, and not very many people have it.
Are you collecting them today from the parade?
If I can find some, yes.
Well, I think you might have just found one. There's the good folks from Marysville. So there, you add that to your collection.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Well, that was nice of Amy. Add it to his collection.
Giving is better than receiving, Amy, so you'll be rewarded. Someone will give you something really nice.
Oh, the boys and girls of summer just past us there. The Canada Falun Dafa Association. It's an ancient Chinese self-improvement meditation system. Meditation. Just let it go. Now, this is all about truthfulness, compassion, tolerance, to be good people in daily life. Sounds pretty simple, but a lot of people have trouble with it.
Absolutely.
It's nice to see people who have not been in the Hyack Parade before. Look how colorful that is.
They are a vibrant group, aren't they? And I'm looking at those clouds. They are holding off. So far, so good.
You know what? There seems to be like a huge threatening cloud just sitting right above us. Because if you sort of look around the corner, you see little bits of blue sky. But
you're right. Quite peculiar.
Not in our neighborhood, which is, of course, you can see there at the corner of 6th and 6th in Uptown, New Westminster. This is the 2004 Hyack International Parade, sponsored by RBC Royal Bank. Very thankful to them that they bring this, help us bring this to everyone every year. And look at the crowds. You know people want a parade. So let's hope it just keeps on going and going and going.
I was told before the event that for next year, people that want to get involved, lots of volunteer manpower, person power needed at any given time during the year to get this whole festival off and running?
It's not, I think we mentioned before, you know, it just doesn't happen during the 10 days. As soon as this one ends, everyone starts working toward next year. And you have to start that early. Lots of picture-taking opportunities, lovely colors. I think little people like everything. There's one little person just kind
He's quite
of bundled
excited.
up.
He's just excited to be alive. Being at the parade's a bonus.
Very nice. They tell us Inner Peace is all about being healthier physically and mentally.
You wouldn't mind if I just meditate on this side? Is that okay?
I'm gonna go
Might be silent for a while, but...
Will that stop the bad jokes?
Was that a hint? They're clean, come on. That's got to count for something.
Oh, that's nice. The crowd is very appreciative of this new entry to the Hyack Festival's parade. Good for them.
Quite a number of people from that group.
It is a large contingent, isn't it? And they seem to be, there's quite an age range, too.
That's probably the longest display from one group so far.
Now, I don't know, I'm not going to jump ahead and peek, but Shriners are usually a big group. I don't know if we're going to see them today, but we'll just have to wait and see. No ruining the surprise. Dance imagination. So after you've relaxed and are feeling good, a little bit of dancing is good. It's a modern repertory dance company. Young people from Burnaby, and some are only 8, and some are 17, and some are somewhere in between.
Hey, Amy, are you dancing yet down there?
Oh, I don't know if I'm dancing, but these guys sure are. It seems to have a lot of energy today.
Yeah, tons of energy. But that's what we like. We want to get the crowd going. A little bit sleepy here, but I got to get them going.
Well, it seems like these lovely, energetic ladies are just working it out, you know, working at it.
These girls are awesome. Can I tell you one thing about them? Last summer, they went to Salvador Bahia, Brazil to perform. And we stayed there for an entire month of August in Brazil, and it was awesome. And we're still living on that high.
And they're still going.
Brazil for a month? That sounds
interesting
nice.
group, eh?
The Italian Mutual Aid Society is from here in New Westminster. And that is their miss.
Sounds like a caring group of people with that mutual aid component in their name.
There's our dance group at it. You can sort of see them in between the vehicles there. That Brazil trip sounded fabulous.
Absolutely. I think I lived a deprived childhood. I never had any of these fancy trips to Portland, to Washington, to Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah, that's just far too much fun.
Perhaps you could go back, try it again.
Yeah, do a couple things different.
Go back and, go back to school. So this must be the start of the Burnaby Village Museum group? I think so. Now they have, they've brought lots of people. Sort of a cavalcade of heritage, if you will. I love the carousel there.
And over to Amy on the street.
Okay, those girls tuckered me out. So this is more my speed, I think. Lovely antique car. What kind of car is this?
It's a 1929 Nash that was donated to the museum. The original owner was from North Burnaby. And I believe the car was out in Cloverdale, and then they donate Cloverdale Museum, and then it was donated back to the Burnaby Village Museum. So we have one of our originally owned cars back in Burnaby, so we're pretty proud of it.
Is it a comfy ride?
It is, yes.
I think you've got the best part of the parade.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
There are so many things to do when you visit Burnaby Village Museum. The village itself, I mentioned the carousel. It's the carousel that was at the PNE for decades and decades. And several years ago, of course, the museum decided that they were going to look after it and spent much time and much money restoring it. And it is great. And you don't have to be a child to go and ride on that carousel. I know that firsthand. And there you go. Look at that. See? Now, I was going to try to, show off and say I think that's like what they call a stargazer horse, but someone will probably watch this and say that woman knows nothing, but I really think it is a stargazer.
Recipient of the Judges Award, no less.
Well, what is that made of?
I don't know. Looks like it could grow on you, no? Just a couple, final.
Just had to get that in.
Absolutely.
Roosevelt Rough Rider Marching Band. If I remember, these people are fabulous. They're from Seattle, and they're going to blow us away.
This is a promise?
Mm-hmm. You watch. Here we go.
Okay. I'm holding you to it. You pinpointed the tallest gentleman in the parade at the beginning of that display. My goodness, how tall was he? He must have been about 7 foot.
He was, but see, I told you they were a great band. And Stumble Bum and Lollipop.
And that is a father-daughter clown team. Obviously a lot of clowning around in that family.
Lollipop is in grade 9 at Langley School of Fine Arts. She's 15. And she agreed to help her dad. Oh, I wonder what Dad had to offer. Welcome to the Linden Chamber of Commerce from Linden, Washington. I think all of Washington is in New Westminster today, which is a very good thing.
You're right.
Now, in Linden, Washington, they obviously celebrate something to do with Holland. This is an opportunity to visit Holland without a passport. You can do that at their Northwest Washington Fair, and it's in August, so you have lots of time to plan and get there.
16 to 20th, 21st, 16 to 21st, quite a long fair.
And it's not very far, you just hop across the border there.
And over to Amy on the street.
Look at this band. They are great. What do you think, Mercedes?
Good.
a very smart young lady. The few little raindrops falling and you brought your umbrella.
Yeah.
You're smart, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite part of the parade?
When they marched in the parade.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're pretty good. Are they pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice, good. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Your umbrella, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Back to you guys.
You notice what's showing up in the parade? Umbrellas. Just in time for the North Surrey Secondary Marching Band. And, of course, they didn't have to come very far, just cross the bridge to come and join us here. And they have been doing that for 14 years, so we're glad to have them here.
Surrey, the fastest growing city in Canada right now.
Wow.
Amazing.
They get carrying those tubas by the time they get to the end of the parade route.
That would be a workout.
Now, you know what? I don't think this is tuggy.
No, that's not tuggy, huh?
I think this might be the Dance With Me studio, perhaps.
Yeah.
And I guess, you know what you call this belly dancing, Middle Eastern dancing? Whole new resurgence. It's hot. People are really getting into classes and doing this for exercise. You know, you go to yoga, you go to a little belly dancing class.
You could offer a whole new flair to the CBC news team. You know, it's different. People would definitely.
Don't quit your day job, Belle. Very popular with young crowd. Now this is going to be really popular with young people, the Remax Advantage Realties. The house there's going to be a draw for that. And somebody gets to eventually, in the next couple of days, maybe today, I'm not sure, but they get to take it home. And
oh, look at this. Playhouse won by James Hughes.
Oh, already.
Oh.
Well, way to go, James.
When I was a little guy, that would have been fun.
Well, obviously my name wasn't pulled.
Yeah.
That would be fun to have in a backyard, anywhere.
Real estate prices everywhere they go in Vancouver, that's probably all I could afford right now.
In the city of Kelowna, probably those housing prices aren't any better because it's a very fast-growing community, and the parade float is celebrating Kelowna's four-season playground. Ogopogo there. Now, I'm sure in Kelowna they have their fingers crossed that this summer is massively different than last summer after all the fires that they had.
And they have the annual Kelowna Regatta, third weekend in July.
Well, we wish them a good summer and no events like last year.
Yeah, that must have been a tough one for the community.
Unfortunately, you know, we've been hearing, though, it's very dry up there already, and, you know, we're only in May, so I guess we can't complain too much, but when we do get some rain, and we just hope that it is raining up there as well. Now, we have a princess. Where is this princess from? The
Fathoms, oh, Fathoms. Look at that, eh? Boat 120.
Port Orchard.
Yeah.
From Washington as well. And that is Queen Sarah, Princess Kayla, and Princess Shauna.
And over to Amy on the street.
course, that band is also from Port Orchard. They're the John Sedgwick Junior High School Marching Band.
They have an interesting style, don't they?
It's about 80 of them, and they're in grades 7, 8, and 9. And this is their first time in the Hyack Parade. It is a little chilly, so I wonder what it's like having what it does to the instruments. I think probably just a little bit of weather fluctuation can probably change how your clarinet reed is sounding.
I would think so, yeah. And all the women in tights. Never having worn tights, I don't know how that feels, but I presume that would be a little on the cool side. Just had to clarify, though. Just had to clarify.
Well done. More people who are always there to help and do things in the community. This is Team Diabetes. Well, it's nice they have the band in front of them so they just dance all the way down the parade route, keep warm, get a little exercise, feel good. I'm sure that's all good for their cause as well. This takes a lot of coordination. It's that old, walking and chewing gum thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Playing, reading music, walking, dancing.
I don't know if I could do that. Might be too much brain work involved there.
BC Ferries. Busy, busy time coming up for them. People on summer vacation.
Well, that's a very nice float.
You'll have to.
That was so bad, someone from the control room said that was terrible?
Well, there you go.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that tells me something.
But I wonder if they're going to press this ferry into service. Sometimes it's so busy out there, you almost wish this one was out there as well.
Probably faster than the actual fast ferries that they made there years back.
Old fire truck, Dreams and Memories Museum Society. More of those corporate sponsors, always good to have everybody support communities around the Lower Mainland. So I think we're coming pretty much to the end of this year's parade. We still have a few more groups and organizations heading our way here at the corner of 6th and 6th. That black cloud is still right over our location.
But you have it under control. It hasn't
so far, I see,
yet.
a couple of people who have trouble handling, just a drop or two, and those umbrellas popping up, but nothing serious. Look at that. How sharp is that? They're probably nice and warm.
I feel underdressed all of a sudden.
The Seymour Gunners.
And over to Amy on the street.
Another country being represented by Lucien. Can you tell us about your group?
Yeah, we are representing Romanian Community Center here. We are based in Westminster. We have wonderful traditional costumes from different parts of Romania, and all of them are original costumes. And they are very valuable, very old costumes, showing our tradition and our culture.
Making it a very multicultural parade.
We are, yes.
Thank you very much for stopping by, sir. You look great.
Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. Bye-bye.
If you ask me what my favorite part has been today, I have to say it is these cultural groups that have been. We had the Chinese 2 groups, we had the Italian community, the Romanian community. It's fun, it's educational, and it's a great way to start to understand the various communities that make New Westminster what it is. And this group has just been around only for about 2 or 3 years, so it's good to see them in the parade.
Yeah, you're quite right. Actually, it's so nice to see the diversity we have in British Columbia and Canada. Many countries don't have that, and I think they're missing out.
It's important to recognize it in community events like this, so I'm glad that's happening. Now, of course, there's always just the simple, regular fun. Dino from Dino Town. A lot of old fire trucks around. Various corporations, like here Red Robin, they always come in with their old truck.
Sure, a nice shape, isn't it? 1951 GMC. And over to Amy on the streets.
Okay, I've seen some old cars and some new cars and some fancy cars, but I have not yet seen a small one. But now we have it. How are you?
Not bad, good.
Tell me, how is it to drive this?
It's comfortable. Sometimes it gets a little tight, but other than that, it's pretty good. It's got a little bit of leg room, but a little bit.
Knees around your chin almost?
Just about, just about.
Does it handle well, though?
Not bad, not bad. Could be better, but...
And the gas mileage?
The best in town right now.
Excellent, excellent. Have fun. You've got a great ride.
Yeah, thank you.
I think, Bill, when his wife said, honey, can you buy a compact car? He went a little overboard this time.
But he's so right. You know, with the price of gas these days, that's about all that we're going to be able to afford. And, of course, that is Ralph's used auto and truck parts. That must be Ralph. And his car is a red 1957 Chevrolet. It's actually a go-kart.
Oh, what I would have done for a car like that when I was a kid.
Look at that. That is what was the model car that was on the back there. That was interesting. So we have a few more clowns, Rain Coast Clowns troupe that visiting the crowds with the Westburn Wranglers from Burnaby.
The Rain Coast Clown Troupe? That sounds kind of morbid given our weather situation. I hope that doesn't mean anything about the rain.
Well, they just picked their name appropriately. We are the Rain Coast. We can't.
I guess you're right. We can't fight it. We just have to go with it.
Now, the Westburn Wranglers, teens and pre-teens square dance group. So there's another, all these things that young people are getting interested in that traditionally have been for adults, sort of older people. But young people square dance, they do this every Sunday and Monday evenings. And the Western Command Military Vehicle Historical Society. Great vehicles that they have restored and display military vehicles. These are from World War II, up through the years.
We have the Arnold Schwarzenegger mobile there, the Hummer, yeah.
Well, a lot of these movies have been actually used in local filming television series. Something called Jeremiah. They've been in some movies.
Hey, Amy, what are you doing down there? Are you stealing a truck here?
Well, you know, I went from a really small car. I figured I might as well find the biggest one there is. So I did, I think. Are we driving the biggest car there is in this parade?
Actually, he is, but not by much.
What exactly is this?
It's 1952, I believe, GMC, 6.5.
I don't think there's very good gas mileage on this, but it's kind of nice to be up high.
It's mileage of a Suburban on the flat. Well, when you hit the hill, it just drops to the bottom.
And what regiment are you at?
None. They're all privately owned vehicles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for coming out. You look great. All right, enjoy your day. Thank you. Back to you guys. I'm going for a ride.
Well, have fun, Amy. Sounds like a real good commuter vehicle. You know, at $1 a liter for gas, no?
As long as you don't hit a hill and don't get a traffic jam. But it would be fun to ride in that. Look at that.
That is a wide unit.
Very
Look at that.
interesting.
I wonder if Arnold Schwarzenegger uses that as his gubernatorial unit now that he's governor of California.
But of course, all these vehicles at one time or another were used in real military situations. Now there's something for us to admire and see how they've changed over the years. It's been a fun parade. Seen lots of bands. We've been able to hum and tap our toes. And what else did we do? The different communities, the corporate sponsors, lots of entries. A busy, busy parade.
Yeah, it's been an excellent parade, no question. Seems to get better every year.
And bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have people continuing to support the event and coming out. We have quite a number of vehicles. A lot of restoration work has gone into all of this.
Interesting looking transportation units here. Look at that six-wheeled unit.
And jumping straight ahead to today, Coast Mountain Bus Company.
They are a subsidiary of TransLink, providing transit service to the people of New Westminster.
And that's Mr. Buzzer up top, Coast Mountain's mascot. Of course, before, what is Coast Mountain now once was BC Electric, BC Hydro, BC Transit. Different name, same game.
Mm-hmm. Quite a history since 1891. I see disappointment in some of the kids' faces. We're getting close to the end, and they don't like that.
No, but it's good to see that everyone hung in and the rain stayed away.
Your connection's paid off.
The BCAA from New Westminster, if you're ever in trouble, you have to call.
Well, hey, Belle, thanks so much for co-hosting this. I had a lot of fun. You know what you're doing, local resident. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to your 2004 Hyack Parade.
The Hyack Festival Association puts on many fun family-oriented community events throughout the year. Be sure to come out for Fraser Fest, July 16th, 17th, and 18th along the boardwalk at Westminster Quay for entertainment, plenty of activities for the kids, food, fireworks, and fun. Food and beverages for the production crew provided by The Pantry, located at 425 6th Street in New Westminster. Real food, real value, real taste from The Pantry.
Welcome to the Express. Today I'm atop the city of Vancouver here at the Harbour Centre Lookout. As you can see, there's a spectacular 360-degree view of the whole city. This building stands 167 meters above sea level and is the tallest building in the city. In just a moment, we're going to meet our tour guide, Greg Flint, who's going to let us know more about the spectacular attraction. But coming up first, Weekend Wrap was there as people were walking together to fight global poverty at the World Partnership Walk in Stanley Park.
It's a cold and wet Sunday morning, and everyone here needs some warming up. The rain lets up as walkers head for the seawall at Stanley Park. This year, the local World Partnership Walk raised more than $1 million to fight poverty in developing nations.
Across Canada, there's over 3,000 volunteers and over 60,000 participants as donors, walkers, and in 10 cities across the country, all walking at the same time in a common cause.
That common cause is raising money for health, education, and rural development projects in Asia and Africa.
100% of our funds go directly towards poverty projects, and the Canadian government, CIDA, the Canadian International Development Agency, matches these dollars one for one, so it doubles the impact.
Canada's first partnership walk was held here 20 years ago. It was organized by the Ismaili Women's Committee for the Aga Khan Foundation.
The activities of the foundation embodies the social conscience of Islam of encouraging each of us to commit to the community by reaching out and helping each other.
Since 1985, this walk and others across Canada have raised $23 million to help people in developing nations. It didn't rain on this parade, and thousands of people turned out for the Hyack Festival event, a New Westminster tradition for more than 30 years.
What's the best part for you about parades?
The best part is seeing all of our people out here today enjoying the biggest parade in British Columbia.
And the rain stayed away? You're looking very fine?
Rain stays away for us every year, and it's the place to be in New Westminster.
There were lots of bands and floats from south of the border, including this year's winning float from Tacoma.
Lots of people out watching the parade. You guys having a good time?
Yeah.
And you're saying your mom's in the parade?
Yeah.
What is she doing?
She's singing.
This year's parade also set something of a record. There were 19 bands, and it took them more than an hour to march by.
Joining me now is Greg Flint, a tour guide here at Vancouver Lookout at the Harbour Centre. Greg, this is a neat perspective to actually see the city from the top. How high is the Harbour Centre?
It's 550 feet, about 160 meters, 92 Gregs, 50 stories. It's the tallest building, except for the new Shaw Tower. I think that's going to be a little bit taller.
How does it compare to the CN Tower?
Well, it's a little bit taller than we are, but in perspective, the CN Tower is really high up, so they see the city and everything beyond. But here we're a little closer to the city, so we can take a closer look at the people below us. And if anybody asks about the Space Needle, I hear we're 4 feet taller than them. So.
I'll tell you one thing right off the bat, you're going to see a lot of rooftops. There was a law that was passed in 1986 that said every rooftop had to have something aesthetically pleasing on top of it.
Oh, really?
Yep. So even your building in your office, look for it and look for what's on top of it. Most places will have little domes or cylinders or different types of housing to cover up the elevator shafts or air conditioning units. You have a dome right there, different little glass domes all over the place. Some other places have tennis courts, rooftop gardens on top of restaurants that they pick fresh vegetables for the menu.
Really?
Different feng shui things. It's very, very cool.
What are some of the fun things that you can do up here at the Lookout?
At the Lookout, mainly it's the observation. We encourage people to bring binoculars, cameras, fun stuff like that. People come up here all the time for different events. They check the city out. Ask questions. There's a lot of friendly staff up here. We know way too much about the city, so we encourage people to strike up a conversation with us because our job is to observe.
If you're looking at the cruise ships right now, Canada Place, for those people that live here, they probably recognize it as a landmark, as a rip-off of the Sydney Opera House, but it's not. It was built in the Expo, for those of us that remember, as Canada's pavilion for the exhibition there. And it's built to look like a cruise ship itself, and that's to help promote the cruise ship industry. We can see a boat right here, it's the Sun Princess. Every time we see a cruise ship docking into port, it means a lot of money is spent on our industry and the tourism industry, so we smile whenever we see one of those.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Greg.
No problem.
In just a moment, we're going to see some dancing that definitely has a world flavor to it. But coming up first, it was a convention like no other convention. Amy Catriona was at the first international tattoo convention at the Peony Agrodome. I wonder if she got a tattoo. You'll just have to wait and see.